Hey, 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 everyone. Hope we're all having a great day. One sec. Okay. I wonder if I could fit in an Eidolon hunt tonight. Seems like a lot of people really like Eidolon hunts as content, but hey, we'll see if we have time. Oh, shucky ducky. I was thinking of helping out with the ARG. The idea of getting like, what was it, like 10 million or thereabouts thingamajigs, void traces, but seems like that's already been completed. Lol. That may have been completed while I was off on holiday, so don't need to help with that no more. Excalibur, sure, I can do that. The only Excalibur that I play, for obvious reasons, is Umbra. And that's mainly because that's the only Excalibur that I actually have, point blank. So, there we go. Am I using... Oh, it doesn't say. I wonder if I'm using Unairu or Uneru with Umbra. Yes I am. And that's the one that makes the most sense for Umbra, in my opinion, because with Umbra, I'm not really thinking about like how to buff Umbra per se. I'm more thinking about like, well, I have Umbra, and therefore I have a fully working Warframe that will be fighting alongside a perfectly active operator. So how best to make my operator as perfectly active as possible? Using Exurgus? Yeah. Because I'm using Unairu. And Unairu has a thing called Magnetic Blast. Wow. That's a real good invigoration for Ash, god damn. Ability duration, reload speed, nice. That's a pretty good frost thing, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that is a really good frost thing, hey. But I might actually keep this, this week as a reprieve from the Helmeth shenanigans, because I don't really want to put any of these on mag. So we won't worry about the Helmeth this week. What do we have for Nightwave, actually? I wonder.
What's on your mind, dreamers?
Alright, what's on our mind, dreamers? We got... Sabotage caches, never gonna happen. Oh, I just gotta feed a beast anyway. Guess I'll go and help Clem as well. Kill 500 enemies, that's easy enough. 3 mobile defense missions, 100 Examiner should be easy enough. And complete 5 different Steel Path missions.
And
5 different Steel Path missions. So that's literally an entire day's worth of dailies. Except today we've got the assassination ones. I'm gonna need some help on that one. I'm gonna need some help on that one, folks. Oh, that is a doozy of a thingo. So hosting. That one's gonna be, yeah, Steel Path Roper Daily. Yeah. That one is always a doozy. Like, doesn't matter who you are. That one? Yeah, that one gonna take a while, folks. That one gonna take a while. It's like the one, it's like one of those few boss fights where it really evens everyone out, because at some point your DPS kind of becomes irrelevant and it's all about your operator, and operators are far less like powerful and therefore have far less of a power differential than Warframes. So it doesn't really matter what gear you have to then look at like what operator you have and how you're going to make them work. Now obviously you have things like Unairu and right and all sorts of things. Anyone who's fought against Eidolons knows the dealio, but like aside of that, Rope-a-Lawless really does even out the playing field quite a lot, doesn't it, folks? Anyway, how's everyone's day been? Hope we're all having a decent day. Yeah, I just did it once for completion, never going back. I've done it a handful of times. Hey, Coconut Obama, how's it going, mate? Ooh. I have this thing in my mouth, it's very annoying. And somewhat painful. It might be an ulcer, but I don't think it is. Ugh, it's very, very annoying. Oh. In world news, it's probably worth noting that, the French had their election this weekend. And one of my friends is actually French, and so she was paying attention to what was happening in the French election. And she thought it was supposed to happen on Sunday, so she was looking at the news, and no news came of, like, who won the French election. And naturally, that gave her a lot of stress, as a French person, because she's interested in, how do you meet so many friends? It's called having a life. Dude, it's called having a life. I mean, somewhat charismatic, you know, just somewhat charismatic. So my friend was really worried about the French election. No news came about, and then it turns out that she actually got the date wrong. It was Sunday. It seemed to have been Sunday France time, which ended up being, of course, Monday morning our time. So I was finally able to tell her on Monday morning, much to her relief, that Emmanuel Macron has been re-elected as President of France. So for those who are Macron fans, vive la France! For those who don't like Macron for whatever reason and are supportive of someone like Marine Le Pen, tough. Your name looks familiar for some reason. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, so the French have re-elected their president. In a couple of weeks, we will also be electing our government. So that's happening too. So in a couple of weeks, I will be looking at the team. I will be looking at, like, not the TV, but I'll be looking at on the internet to see what's up with that, because that is going to be pretty contentious. I mean, even now, like, the Australian election campaign has been kind of ridiculous, to say the least. It's always like a bit of a shit show. So yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on that. I want to bring a Rubico Prime, because they did actually mention something very important, which is that we're going up against the Rope-a-Lawless, which basically means that we should probably be using radiation damage in some capacity in order to take out the Rope-a-Lawless when we get to that point. So that's where I go into anti-sentient mode, like so. I have not touched my Rubico Prime. So for so long. This is a weapon I haven't touched in a while. So let's see, let's figure this out. Galv chamber. Galv chamber. Galv scope, not so much. Serration. I feel like I still need amalgam serration. Because probably won't be able to do a whole lot with just an arcane against sentience. So let's just see how we go with that. But without further ado, we'll have a last Hail Mary attempt to bring in one more person, but I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be too. Oh, hang on, we got a last person. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's the magic, isn't it? You type in 3 out of 4, and suddenly they all show up. Isn't that fascinating? You put a bit of fire under their feet, and that'll do it.
Our history is smoke, blurred by dreams, guided by ghosts. A voice, a void lurks inside you. Its purpose not yet shown.
Hey, Soup, how's it going?
But what am I? My father was a farmer. My mother, a carpenter. Given light by the Golden Lords to build for them a better world. But my family's journey was long. Time began to change their light. Creativity, pride, a will to live. So the Golden Wrath came, and after, I was born. A mimic, a spy. Conceived to burrow into nests and swallow the pitch eggs of their war machine, the Tenno.
You said that was very lucky.
Tender faces.
What?
I took mercy.
Oh, I helped the dude get Samir.
But in truth,
Samir?
imprisoned in luminous.
Who's Samir?
My light relayed by the creators. I became a memory, a ghost. Reprogrammed to destroy my family, my people, my history.
On like some sort of purple pool or something. Wait, what are we talking about? Is that a Tower of Fantasy thing that I'm not understanding here? Like, what are we talking about?
But now I
It is?
saved my family. Together,
Is Tower of Fantasy now in open beta or something?
our light, the
I heard that it was on closed beta like not long ago.
merging with them like steel, bearing amalgams with the weakness of neither.
Closed beta test. Oh, so you got into a closed beta test, hey? Nice. Oh no, you didn't. Steal past Roper? Yeah, we got to steal past Roper Lawless daily today. Any good kick guns to play with? Oh, You know, the usual. I'm still a Clamora fan no matter what.
This turgid monster. There is some liquidity in my loyalty.
I would expect that, like,
Passengers are dry.
even Steel Path Roper Lawless would become a lot more easier to deal with when Focus 3.0 comes out.
How exciting! But I do not think the moth will go so willingly to the lamp.
Ah! I don't know whose bright idea it is to put him to go all the way over here,
Shall we? Discharge near
but
capacity.
it does make things a lot more difficult, doesn't it? It forgets how to roper. I'm not the one who brought him all the way over here, bruh!
I learn. Now I deny.
Where is he?
Your great power, your great evil. The voice, the void within you. Our ancients still wither at its touch. But have you forgotten?
You're supposed to bring him over there? It's so much more difficult to break his shields when he's not in the middle because you have so little space to play with. What are you talking about, bruh?
Incredible! Take that big shot.
Go the lowest. Rise, remain, and die.
You do both? Well, see what they do? See, the problem I have with that particular playstyle against Roper Lawless is that you have so little space to play with, and then you know what the Roper Lawless does? They get far away from you, so like, you know, when I'm using something like Kimura,
Maybe this was all
like, it's... Like, look at how far away it is, man. And it flies around, you have so little space to play with. Like, can I not get some friggin' moving space around? Jeez. Okay, where the hell is Roper Lawless? Like, seriously, where the hell is Roper Lawless right now? The hell? What's it doing up there? See, I literally can't even hit it with my Clamora. Meta strategy, allegedly. Can we please? Can we please bring him to the middle? Make it easier for all of us to hit the shield. This is Steel Path Roper Lawless. All of these, whatever like the strategy is, whatever the quote-unquote strategy is to get him down as quickly as possible, kind of flies out the window when it's Steel Path. This is even time efficient for Steel Essus. Yeah, exactly. That's what you're meant to do. Like the fight is designed. Like, I don't know who's doing this, bruh. But like, seriously, the fight is literally designed to be done this way. So just bring it back to the middle. Christ. Get over here. Look at how much space we have to play with, man. Look at all the space we get to play with in the middle. But no. How many people will actually do the towers first, which leaves you with so little space to play with, and then like some of the amps can't even bloody hit him. Who thinks of these, like, horrendous if you're going to play like that, just play solo, you bastard. Your strategy doesn't make sense for anyone, I'm sorry. I only read Percy Jackson. Yeah, like I said, I've read a handful of Chronicles of Narnia. I've read a handful of Harry Potter. Well, actually, I've read most of Harry Potter. What do you think about episode 4 ending? Episode 4 ending of what? Oh, Moon Knight. Yeah, I like the ending of episode 4 for Moonlight. It was like that kind of, it was that kind of bizarro that I think a show like that needed. What the?
Do not relent.
Okay, one of us is actually left. Someone actually rage quit from this fight. I can't tell what's more hilarious. Do you understand what was happening? Yeah, I think it's just basically like his mind has basically broken after getting shot, and so his entire brain is currently in shock. But in doing so, because he's also connected to the powers of ancient Egypt and the gods, he is effectively in some sort of like Egyptian afterlife. I think that's what's going on. That's how I'm interpreting it right now. And you could say that I'm wrong, but unless episode 5 has come out, you cannot say that I'm 100% wrong. You cannot quantify how wrong or correct I am until the next episodes come out. Because until then, what you define as 100% correct, you're also guessing. What you're actually trying to say is that everything that I said, that 30% of what I said, you happen to agree with. But who knows? You got the Egyptian afterlife correct? Literally just Egyptian mythology? Oh, I don't know, man. I think it's perfectly legitimate to look at this as some sort of interpretation of like afterlife memes. Not afterlife, but like as some sort of interpretation of like, oh my god, he was actually losing it the entire time. I think it's perfectly legitimate to look at it like that too. Clearly there's supposed to be some sort of a mental health undertone involved.
Yes, make that thing sizzle. Yes, this is it, Betrayers. Rid me of this thing, and I will be grateful for at least a few days.
Oh, what the hell? Why am I using this? Alright, there we go.
I am the witness, the victim, the judge. My family has returned. Your trial, soon to begin.
Ah! Alright, there we go. That's one done. Oh. That was not a bad. I'm marking Steven 2 souls in a single body. I think so. I think so. I mean, I don't really care to like theorize what's going on. I'm not going to like do that kind of crap. I just wait for the next episode and I want to watch it. You know, I just want to watch it. So when the next episode comes out, I'm just gonna sit down and watch the damn thing. Because you never read Kane Chronicles? Yeah. What the hell is Kane Chronicles? You keep talking about this thing as if anyone cares. So you read a book. Good for you. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time. Do you know anything about Egyptian mythology? I'm vaguely aware of how Egyptian mythology works. I know some of the characters. I know, of course, some of the main players in Egyptian mythology. Anubis. Horus. What is it? Set? Exactly, you don't know anything? Oh, okay, so Anubis, Horus, and Set are not part of Egyptian mythology, is that correct? You heard it here first, chat. You heard it here first. According to Soup, Horus, and everything to do with Horus is apparently not related to Egyptian mythology. Therefore, I don't know anything about Egyptian mythology. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? As written by Soup himself.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
You've been hawking this book for some reason, and it's weird. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Stop trying to brainwash the other two people here. I don't know who's the one who's brainwashing here. You're the one who's literally said. You're the one who apparently is asserting that I don't know anything, despite the fact that I just talked about Anubis and Set and a variety of others for a brief second. And yet somehow that means I still don't know anything about Egyptian mythology. So you're saying, so you're basically asserting that one of the major gods in Egyptian mythology has nothing to do with Egyptian mythology. And then simultaneously, the literal, like, after, like, the friggin', like, god of the underlife, I think, or something to that regard, something to that effect, has nothing to do with Egyptian mythology. That's hilarious to me.
This will take a moment.
You didn't even get. You gave me like not even half a second to like talk about Egyptian mythology before you said, "Yeah, you don't know anything about Egyptian mythology." So within that half second, I at least named 3 gods, which is like a friggin' miracle compared to you. The biggest god in Egyptian mythology. Or if it's not Osiris, then it's Ra.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
And there's like Amun-Ra, I think. Might be wrong about that one. Not entirely sure. But I don't know what. But that's all beside the point. I don't know why you're trying to like. I don't know why you're trying to like Napoleon complex, tall poppy syndrome. I don't even know which one I'm looking for. I don't know why you're trying to like Napoleon complex Egyptian mythology. Oh, cool. You know a bit more about Egyptian mythology than me. Whoopty friggin' do. Does that mean that you are going to have a better understanding of, of Moon Knight? Sure. Is that going to matter? Nope.
Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Napoleon ice cream. Napoleon complex, mate. It's when you're actually in a small stature, but you are acting almighty and trying to take every single one up you could. You're trying to be better than everyone, desperately. But the reality is that you're not better than everyone, and the fact that you're even trying is actually making you worse than everyone. Whatever that actually means. That's the Napoleon complex. I know someone who had Napoleon complex. Had it really bad too. They would do all sorts of things to try and make them seem better than other people, but they weren't. Who said it was being better than anyone? The guy who seems to have spouted that they read the Kane Chronicles, and not only have you said it once, you've said it many times already. It's like you're trying to brag. Oh, I've read this specific book, and Kate has it. See? I'm better than Kate. I can't believe Kate hasn't read this book. See, I am better than Kate. I have read this book, therefore I am better than Kate. Kate doesn't know anything about Egyptian mythology, because Kate has not read this book that I have read. How dare Kate doesn't read this book that I have read? I am superior to Kate because I have specifically read this book. That's exactly that.
Still holding.
I lied, I have said that. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you have said. I know what you have said more than what I have said. Which is actually one of the most hilarious things possible. We always seem to have a better understanding of what other people have said compared to what we have said ourselves.
Ready to defend.
I don't remember what I've said, but I sure as hell remember what you have said.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Hey, do you have a low self-esteem thingy going on? No, I'm just literally explaining to you what you're going through, which is the Napoleon complex. Which in fact actually suggests that you might actually have some internal low self-esteem of your own. Now, I'm no therapist, and I'm no, mental health expert, so if you suspect you might have that, you may want to go and see a shrink. But based entirely off what we have seen and what we have witnessed today, it's something there.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Don't change the subject, Soup. Don't change the subject. Especially not that wildly. Let's go back to examining what we are witnessing today. Hit Girl Bree, that's one hell of a name. Hey man, how's it going? It's called being knowledgeable. There's a difference between being knowledgeable and being someone who is trying to brag about being knowledgeable in an attempt to mask the fact that they're actually not that knowledgeable to begin with.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we
I know full well what I don't know. And I know full well when I don't know something that I don't know. And I tell you instantly, oh, I don't know anything about that. Hey! How's it going, Hit Girl Bree? How's it going? Should I be calling you Hit Girl Bree, or should I be calling you Bree, or how do I wanna... How do you want to be referred to? So I'm telling you, you have to have a go at it. At reading. Well, I've told you, I don't like reading. I don't like reading books. If there is an audiobook, I might give it a try. But I really don't like reading books. Bree is cool. Oh, that's cool. Alright, Bree. How's your day been, mate? How's your day been? Why do I not like books? Because I find them boring. Kind of weird for an Asian. Kind of racist for you, Soup. I just find it boring. It's that simple. Literally the most un-Asian thing. No. No. No, it isn't. Let's just play some WarFrame 2. Hey. Nice, sir. And that's how Soup operates, chat. Whenever he gets called out for something that he does, he then redirects it towards you in an attempt to make it seem like you were doing the thing in the first place. But that's never the case, is it, Soup? It never is.
Each enemy is more powerful than the
I don't redirect anything, he says immediately after trying to redirect racism.
succeed.
Geez, why you two acting like an old married couple?
Yeah, why are we acting like an old married couple?
until reinforcements.
Clearly I'm the one who wears the pants in this relationship, buddy.
Bring your prey on the wing.
So how about you just sit down? And, listen to what we have to say. The adults are talking now. I don't know what kind of relationship this is, but it's a very strange one indeed. Maybe I should send to the mental health. I don't know. Stop lying to yourself. Oh no, no lies. Nothing but pure 100% A-grade truth here, mate. I know you want some of my daddy soup pee-pee. Now who's lying to themselves? I would like to initiate an apology on behalf of Soup for his attitude and for his behavior today. This is, well, to say this is unlike him is not correct. This is very much like him, except he seems to have decided to dial it up to like 15 today, which is very unusual. Very unusual indeed. So the fact that he's actually doing this, that's not surprising. The fact that he's doing it to this level, that's what's surprising. Because I'm not streaming Genshin. Oh, that's interesting. So when I'm not streaming... So when I am streaming Genshin, you're like, ew, can't believe you're streaming Genshin. But then when I'm not streaming Genshin, you're sad because I'm not streaming Genshin. See how this works, folks? This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with every day. Every day. We have one viewer every day who will find any and all excuse to complain. Oh no, why is Kategari not specifically playing the game that I want him to play, despite the fact that he has no real reason to play the game that I want him to play today? And it's not just Soup. It's a lot of people who are like that. A lot of people who are like that. What about the past 4 days? Oh, okay, so Soup's actually even worse than most people then. Soup's worse than most people then. Even more people then. Oh no! Why is Kate actually having a holiday and spending time with IRL friends instead of continuing to do what he does every night, which is to hang around with me, one of the most annoying individuals in the universe? Who refuses to like whatever it is that they're doing. Sandwich is also someone who like that as well. Yes, absolutely, you're right. At least, unlike Sandwich, you don't actually spoil what's going on, so that's good. Imagine having friends. Yeah, imagine having IRL friends in 2022. We don't allow that kind of degeneracy in this neighborhood, hey. Having friends, IRL friends, outrageous. I can't tell what's more scandalous. Like, I can't tell what's more scandalous. The fact that some of you don't have friends, or the fact that I do. Okay, did you know? Did I know what? Tower Red made out with Geb. Tower Reed made out with Geb. Are we going back to Egyptian mythology again? See, this is an example of me knowing what I don't know. What is Tower Reed? And who is Geb? Not Geb, Bess. Okay, who are they? The Hippo Goddess. So Tower Reed is the Hippo Goddess that we saw with the high-pitched voice. And who's Geb? Sorry, who's Bess? Or did you mean Bus? As in... Did you mean Bust as in the Panther god from Black Panther? Bust. I thought so. Now who doesn't know anything? Hmm? You called it Bess. Him? Her? I don't know. Bess is the dwarf man. Yeah. You're talking about Bast, aren't you? Or are you talking about Bess? Are you actually talking about Bess? So you're actually talking about a dwarf dude? Is that what you're actually saying? You're telling me that a hippo goddess decided to make out with a dwarf? Okay. I mean, hey, it's 2021. Sorry. No, it's not. It's 2022. We're very progressive with whoever you want to make out with. You can be a hippo goddess and make out with a dwarf. No worries here. Okay. I mean, I'd say it's unusual, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, lol. That begs the question. What would hippo pussy taste like? It would basically taste like beef. Somewhat rare beef. Now, of course, that's a complete guess. I have no worldly way of figuring it out myself. But one could potentially logic their way through this, because what is hippo pussy? Well, it's essentially, you know, a muscle. It is essentially a raw muscle of an animal. Therefore, it is effectively a raw piece of meat. So, you know, depending on how you decide to cook it, or how you decide to consume it, you might end up with a scenario where basically it tastes like a slice of beef. A steak. I don't know, man. You sounded confident. I'm confident that my logic at least holds up. I'm not confident in my logic being accurate. It is a logical statement, but not necessarily a sound one. I think it's the word I'm looking for. It logically fits, but it's not necessarily accurate.
What you have learned here will
This
serve
is some very highbrow bestiality that you're trying to get into there, buddy. I'll try to get into anything and everything. Yeah, I know. Oh, you mean valid but not sound argument. Yes, correct. My logic is... I'm pretty sure my logic is valid. But whether the argument I'm making is sound, I have no idea. This is philosophy. That's philosophy 101. A class that I kind of paid attention to for the most part, but then I kind of didn't, because I didn't really need to pay that much attention just to pass it.
than before.
Didn't really care, like, in the last few weeks when it became a little bit too hairy-fairy for my taste.
Succeed.
Locate me and defend our
Hi, hi. Yeah, it was such a chill course. Yeah, and I did it in uni. I'm guessing you did it in high school? It was my general education course, so I didn't really need to worry about it.
protect you. Fighters will soon attack.
First year uni. It was my bird.
It's the sentience.
Wait, what? It was your... I almost cried when it ended though. Because even though I didn't like philosophy, it was my bird. Wait, yeah, what? I'm not the only one who read It Was My Bird, right?
Adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else.
Bird course, free course for credits. Oh, okay. Okay. So it was basically a free course that you were able to do that you did for the purpose of getting credits.
Sentience force is eliminated, we can continue.
So that's what you mean. Okay. Forces about birds. That's called biology, mate. That's called aviary biology, mate. We kind of already have that. Or veterinary science, even.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Okay, where are we up to?
Finished here. Move on. We've got to find a terminal. Proceed and prepare. Here is a terminal. Get
I wonder how many people actually use high status impact weapons. And then actually abuse the impact status proc to kill really high level, like, heavy enemies. I'm curious how many people actually do that. Using the Parazon? Because the Parazon is a guaranteed kill, right? Crewman leveling time? Oh yeah, I was gonna have a look at that, eh? We want to give that a try and see how far we can go with that. So, yeah, we'll see how we go with that, eh? My Yenfei is pretty strong now for a 4-star. Nice! What are your stats looking like right now? Have you actually level 90'd her, or have you left it like me at like level 80?
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Like, I've left her at level 80, I've triple 8'd her talents. And since I have C6 Yenfei, I kind of probably should sort her out good and proper. You've crowned her normal attack. Oh, so you've actually gone all the way with her. Very good. Very good. I think you're going to do quite well with the Yenfei. Yeah. Actually, Soup, didn't you mention like earlier that you managed to get through to level 12 Spiral Abyss?
These foes deserve
Or was that someone else?
with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I remember someone was like celebrating finally getting into Spiral Abyss floor 12. I can't remember if it was you or if it was someone else. Alright, where is he? What the? Where is he? Yeah, that would be you. Nice! Does Kategari secretly hate all of us all and is just putting on a fake streamer smile? No, I don't secretly hate you all. I openly despised a lot of you. No. I am grateful to all of you, with the possible exception of Soup, for being regular viewers and regular chatters in this stream. So that's how that is. Very strange question to be asking though, Obama. Like, do you have a fear of conniving, backstabbing schmucks such as Soup, who claim to like you 1 minute but then turn around and say, no, I don't like you at all? Is that what you fear? Sometimes it can be paranoid, but then sometimes it could be very well placed. And that's the scary thing. You don't know if it's ever well placed or just paranoia.
Time extraction.
But Soup is half of what Kategari is. And half is successful as well. Okay, that kind of came out of nowhere, I'm sorry. is like Rick and Morty. Yeah. And like Rick and Morty, a lot of my content is way too high IQ for a lot of people to recognize and appreciate. Probably why I have so little subs and viewers. Because I'm just too hyper. Oh, man. Oh. Now who has the Napoleon complex? Not me. Not me at all. Because I don't constantly, nor do I ever brag that I am better than anyone. I don't know, but sometimes I feel like you're running an elementary school. Yeah, see, Coconut Obama, what you have to realize is that that's the case with a lot of Twitch streamers and their chat. The problem is that a lot of the times, chat, they just act like a bunch of 7-year-olds. Or on the rare occasion, they act like 14-year-olds, but that's only because they're as horny as 14-year-old boys.
Enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
So this is not a phenomena that is exclusive to me. This is a phenomena that is recognized and observed in a lot of Twitch streams. And Soup very much is not the principal. Especially when he can't even spell principal correctly the first time. In fact, he is... In fact... Actually, no, I take that back. He spelled principal correctly the first time. Because he's the principal example of the elementary school student who happens to be part of my Twitch chat. He's the principal prime example of that. Right there. And that's Principal PLE. Thanks, Soup. Thanks for demonstrating precisely what Obama is talking about.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the
Oh yeah, this is definitely a phenomenon that is all too familiar for a lot of folks on Twitch. And I guess YouTube as well. If you happen to be big enough on YouTube, you will also have a bunch of people who are like this. Now, one would have thought that, like, Warframe, probably not a magnet for that kind of person. Fortnite, yeah, makes sense, because you know, when the average player base of Fortnite is like what, a 14-year-old boy, you know, it comes with the territory.
Excellent work.
Warframe, on the other hand. No. You either get the fun but the weird fan base, or you get the super toxic one. Yep. And there is never a happy medium, is there, chat? There is never a happy medium. You never get the fun, non-toxic chat. There is always going to be some weirdos inside your chat who are going to make it really, really weird for the rest of us. It's not just for me, but it's for everyone. And it gets worse if you happen to be a female. If you happen to be a female streamer, a woman streamer, an illustrious, a rare species known as the girl gamer, you will have it so much worse. Still weird how toxic people exist in a PvE game. Oh, you have no idea. It's superiority. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's superiority complexes to the max. A desperate need to show that you're better than someone in a thing that ultimately doesn't matter. Now, when I say that I am better than you in every way, shape, or form, I do it in the most ironic way possible. Because it doesn't matter. So for example, let's take for example Genshin Impact. When I say I am the strongest, I have the strongest team in the universe, and it's made up of Lisa, Aloy, and Ningguang. I am doing that with 1 billion% sarcasm, because I literally don't care how you play, or how I play rather. I will do exactly what I want to do, and I hope that you will do exactly what you want to do. No more, no less. And if you are struggling to do if you're struggling to complete something by doing the way that you want to do, and then, well, only if you want to change the way you want to do it, we could potentially think of something there. But otherwise, just do what you want to do, no more, no less. It is what it is. It's similar in Warframe. I ultimately don't care who you use, so long as you use someone. I will use whoever I want, and you can use whoever you want. Would you say life is a PvE game or a PvP game? Life is a... Okay, let me make this 100% clear, gay as D how. Damn it. Let me make this 100% clear, gay as D how. Life is a pay-to-win PvP game. 1 billion%. It is the most pay-to-win PvP game ever made. And here's the best part, it's hilariously unbalanced. You know good and hell well, it is one of the most unbalanced pay-to-win PvP games in the world.
Do you remember the old war?
It's so true.
Or seems
It is so
those memories?
ungodly true. You want to talk about games that have loot boxes that are driving you nuts? You want to talk about games with microtransactions that are driving you nuts? How about a game that has not microtransactions, macrotransactions? You have to pay so much money in this game just to be able to do something as fundamental as having player housing. As having your own player housing in this game, you need to pay, in Sydney at least, like way more than you could ever have. You would have to have lucked. You basically have to re-roll your account right now if you want to have a chance of affording player housing in this game. Now, I'm not saying that you should re-roll your account, because that's going to make a lot of people sad. Don't just go re-rolling your account willy-nilly like that, okay? We're not entirely sure if you can even re-roll your account at this point, okay? But in this pay-to-win PvP game, you know, only some people who manage to luck their account, who manage to have an account with a decent amount of luck, that they have parent accounts that are already really strong, or they have other people's accounts that are like basically carrying them. If you do not have a separate account that is carrying you through the game, you straight up can't afford player housing. If you don't have another account carrying through the game, you'd be lucky to, even have motorized travel. Personal motorized travel. How many people in this game can't afford personal motorized travel? You spent 18 to 22 years in the tutorial? Yeah, and you know what's the best part, Mara? It still doesn't teach you everything you actually need to know in order to play the damn game. The tutorial in this game is broken. You know, the tutorial in this game is broken. 18 to 22 years, and you still haven't learned everything you need just to play the damn game. There are still glaring gaps from the tutorial that you haven't actually figured out yet. Escape real-life finance problems by playing Warframe. Get in-game finance problems instead. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Shin. Hello, Tatsu. How's it going? Housing storage in Warframe. No, we're talking about the game of life. The most pay-to-win PvP game in the world. It's so scuffed. But hey, at least every so often you get the illusion of choosing who actually gets to run the game. Problem is, when they run the game, they then proceed to allow some players to just actively influence how they run the game. Oh wait, we have that as well in Warframe. It's called the YouTubers. Oh god. I recently ran out of credits. How the hell did you manage to do that? Play some Railjack. That'll get you a bunch of credits. Easy. I think you get like 300,000 credits out of nowhere with a Railjack mission, right? Don't quote me on that, but I have like 8 million credits, so... No, maybe it's not 300,000. Maybe it's like 100,000. 300,000 seems really, really high. Ah.
With the impossible.
Since you were...
All that
Since I just came in, I thought you were hypothesizing Zariman personal space running out and it became unaffordable for plebs. Oh, no. I was just saying, in the game of life, you basically need to re-roll your account right now if you want to have a chance of affording player housing in Sydney. Because player housing costs so much that you could grind and grind and grind. You still won't get it. Why? Because you always have to spend... Because you're probably going to end up spending everything that you grinded anyway. I was going to say grounded. But you probably have to spend just about everything that you got from grinding just to play the damn game. All the while not being able to afford player housing. Like, it's so scuffed. Everything here is unbalanced. The economy of this game is completely out of whack. Nothing makes sense. Sometimes the mechanics... Sometimes you don't even really have access to mechanics that other players have access to. Like, imagine you steal something from a shop. You get arrested. You go straight to jail. You don't get to play the game for about 3 months. But that other guy who re-rolled their account and has the super rich bonus, they can steal something from a shop and they get paid to steal things from other people.
And we're out.
This entire game needs a rework from bottom up. Seriously? This game needs a full-on rework from bottom up. Everything needs to get taken out and redone. Because the entire... Like, sometimes I feel like even the system is lagging. And, oh my god, and the glitches in this game. Bruh. The glitches in this game are just... are out of this world. Like, the glitches in this game are out of this world. Have you ever tripped over something? Fallen flat on your face? You get up, you look at what you tripped on, and there's nothing there that you tripped on? That's a glitch. Clearly you've kicked an invisible border. You accidentally clicked an invisible box. You kicked an invisible box, you fell over. And yet that'll never get patched. We have gigantic gaping holes. You know? We have gigantic gaping holes on like the floor. And then when we walk into them, we fall over. How has that not been patched yet? Kane has a gigantic gaping hole where his ass is. It's not gaping. Okay, Soup. That cryo cup is not actually that bad. Soup, that cryo cup that you just posted on the Genshin chat, it's not actually that bad, mate. A cryo cup on the Blizzard Straya set, that's already pretty good, right? On top of that, you've got some crit rate and crit damage. Yeah, your crit damage didn't roll at all, but hey, at least you got like 2 rolls on the crit rate, so you have effectively 3 rolls on the crit rate. And then the other roll went to... and then it seems like you got either 1 or 2 rolls on the attack bonus too. That's actually not bad. That's really not that bad, mate. Is Blizzard Straya? Isn't that what you wanted? A cryo cup on the Blizzard Straya set. That's basically an on... That's on point. So, you know, I wouldn't be complaining. You know, I wouldn't be saying, well, bollocks. I'd be saying, yo, that's pretty pog. That's actually really pog. Crit rate on a Blizz Straya? No, but you might play, you know, 2-piece Blizz, 2-piece something else. You don't have to play 4-piece Blizzard Straya. You know? Like, my Aloy is using 2-piece Blizzard, 2-piece Noblesse right now. Yeah. You've got yourself a really, really good cup. Wait, what? Is it justified for a cop to just walk to you and warn you for hanging out at a beach? Tatsumi, that's really weird. The cop should not be doing that. Yeah, the cop should not be doing that. Yeah, I don't think that's justified at all because a beach, generally speaking, is a public area. So the cops would only ever warn you if you were bashing up someone, for example, at the beach, or if you're intentionally trying to drown them. I was there, I left because I got bored. Damn. That's rough, dude. Can't really help you there. I was too busy being invested in the story. I was there for the first 20 minutes. Well, keep in mind, I was also streaming at like 1 in the morning. So if anything, you probably just fell asleep. You were skateboarding at a beach? How the hell do you skateboard at a beach? First off, how does your skateboard even work at a beach? It's sand. You don't even have concrete to roll over. How does that even work? Got one. I'm more interested in how that even works physically. On a beach skateboard. On a beach skateboard. What does that even mean? Have you not seen Miami Beach? No, I have not. Well, I've seen Miami Beach being represented on... Wait, no, Miami, Florida, right? No, I have not. Because I've never been to... A, I've never been to Florida. B, I don't actively look at beaches that I can't go to. Surfboard? If you're surfing at a beach, that's perfectly fine. I think. I don't think the cops can arrest you for not being near lifeguards. Lifeguards are there for your safety. That doesn't mean you have to be there. How many times have you heard the stories of like the kids who go out and surf near their house because that's just what they want to do? There's no lifeguards nearby, but they just go anyway. Sack it. I don't know, man. I can't see much of a reason to justify that. Oh, what do I want to do? Near the main beach, still on the area without the sand. Oh, okay. Might run some railjack. If you're talking about like a road, for example, they might be telling you like, hey, just gonna give you a warning because, I don't know, maybe you need to wear a helmet or something. I don't know. Like skateboarding, that kind of things is, oh yeah, the crewman thing. Okay, yeah, let's give that a try. Do I need to put a former on anyone at the present moment? I don't know. Do I need to put a former on anyone right now? Ruben, Baruch, but I'm never gonna use him, so that's just a waste of a former right now. Harrow? Your Baruch is a heavily neglected child, and he'll continue to be heavily neglected. No, I don't think I need to put a former on him. We don't talk about Haruki here. No, we do not. I'd like to put it on a Warframe that doesn't have an exalted weapon. Yeah, don't sweep out too far, mate. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to get caught in a rip. If you get caught in a rip, it kind of becomes a huge meme to get back home. Okay. Apparently I put a former on a Nezha Prime and I don't remember why.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood.
Alright, I'll use this opportunity to just see how fast we can level up a Nezha Prime. Wanna know a Nick's trick? Sure. What you got?
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
So the idea is to, if you use dispenser after activating, you can sprint, slide, and use. What? Ah.
I'll use these blasphemous medicines now and repent later.
No fear! Your right-hand veneer is here!
Okay, hold on. What the hell is this build even? When you had mag invigoration for efficiency, you should have run mind control mag. Oh yeah, that could have been pretty fun too, hey. Normally can't do that and I'm forced to walk animation. The little jump you do after dispensary unlocks more movement options and enables getting all sprint boosting effects. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like I would have noticed that before. I'll check it out. Okay, we'll just use all of Nezha's abilities. I certainly haven't used Nezha in a while, that's for sure. Okay, what do we got? We'll put this here. I reckon we could probably put at least this here. Rage tank. We could probably turn this to... Wait. Nezha can sort of vaguely heal, can't he? Or am I wrong? Just put equilibrium? Oh, is that how you run? Konayuki Shiro. Hey man, how's it going? No. So he can't do a heal. He can heal via his second? Yeah, I thought so. It's a health orb drop bonus, so technically not healing. Although, hang on. Isn't Reaping Chakram a thing, though? Yeah. Reaping Chakram, right? Yeah. I also want to run Safeguard.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun?
But you reckon it's probably best to just run Equilibrium. Okay. Give that a try. Let's bring everything else up first. Stretch. Let's bring in the Streamline as well. Why not? Okay. Oh, hang on. Arcane Energize and... Oh, why not Arcane Grace? And... Oh, you bastards. Okay, I guess I'm using a sort of scuffed... Okay, I can use this one. That oughta do the trick. And for my Exilus slot, we'll put in, Oh, why not a Power Drift? I want Reaping Waters... Reaping Waters Augment for Urelli. What do you mean? You can max Blind Rage due to Equilibrium. It's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Give me a sec. Let me figure that out then. Probably need to put in another former then if I want to do that. Okay, let's just see how we go first, and I'll probably put in another former. Then we can really see what the dealio is with Vazarin will be the go-to focus for squishy frames after the new update hype. Yeah. Wait, no. Unairu, no? Oh wait, no, sorry, they all have it. Never mind. I forgot it's a waybound focus. I forgot the whole... Oh yeah. I forgot that in the Inaris passive is actually gonna be a waybound passive, which means basically everyone's gonna have it. Like, can you imagine being an Inaris main right now and realizing that not only does every Sevagoth player now have the Inaris passive, but everyone has the Inaris passive now? But like very soon, not only are Sevagoth players going to have the Inaris passive, but so does everyone. So does everyone. Because it's literally a friggin' waybound.
They're trying to choke you out.
Like, how is there not an uproar among the tiny Inaris community?
Do you even use this? Oh, that's better.
You know, like, how is there not an uproar among the tiny Sevagoth players? Yeah, you know how Sevagoth's passive is, when he dies, he just has to go and get a bunch of kills, and then he's good to go? He revives? That's essentially now a thing with, that's essentially the old Inaris passive. Oh, and Sevagoth players are also gonna get, are also basically getting their lunch eaten now.
How do you even use?
Good luck killing multiple enemies with an amp, though.
Oh, that's better.
If you're a Madurai player, that's gonna be rather easy, no?
Support incoming.
If you're a Xenoric player, you might be a little bit scuffed. If you're an Unairu player, you might still be able to do it relatively easily. You know, think about it. Sevagoth's thing is insta-kill? Yeah, Sevagoth's thing is insta-kill though. So yeah, there is that bonus.
I'll use these blasphemous medicines now. Later. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
That's one kill.
How do you even use this? Oh, that's better.
Madurai definitely can, yeah. Like, as long as you have it off cooldown, you do the times 10 damage on the... You do the times 10 damage thing. it's freaking easy mode.
Use these blasphemous medicines now. Repent later.
Okay, yeah, you're absolutely right. Freeman can really level up your Warframe pretty bloody quickly.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
An Iron Wisp should be able to buff your frame weapons. Yeah, I think that's the idea. It's gonna buff your frame weapons. Wait. No, I might be wrong. Is Unairu Wisp going to buff your frame weapons now or nah? Like, I don't remember. Did they make that happen? I don't remember. They did get rid of Magnetic Blast though, which kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for the Unairu players. Can't really remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll find. Well, I guess we'll be able to see how effective this stuff is going to be very soon. Anyway, remember Zariman's coming out in like 2 days. Is there any vacuum to pull in wisps? It'll be kind of annoying. My team will slap up my wisps. We'll just make more. You only need to press a button to get your wisp out, right? You don't even have to hit anyone anymore. Just press a button and then your wisp shows up, no? I still don't like Nidus. Yeah, neither do I, mate. Neither do I.
This will help our cause. Extraction is available if you need it.
What the hell? They call him Undying, but all he does is die over and over again. Well, you do get, like, you know, good 10 seconds of not dying, I guess. Should have sold my Nidus Prime, though, instead of crafting. Oh! Not the scar! How did I die?
Critical life support levels. Extraction is your best option.
I mean, though, with Nidus, at least once you get your stacks, you really are undying. And 100 stack Nidus is no joke. Okay, what's happening? Am I not supposed to be functionally invulnerable when I have Thingo up?
Fulfill your desire and others will follow. I follow Parvos to freedom!
Oi. Oh my god. Okay, let's just get out of here. This just suddenly got a bit weird. Night's gameplay, it just becomes zoom in, zoom out every 5 seconds. I get so nauseous I couldn't finish my run.
As you conquer the
Yes. I mean, are you using his lava to just grab everything up though? Because he does have some pretty decent crowd control. Should be able to survive on that or that alone. I don't find it that nauseous, but like sometimes it does get a little, well, of course it's gonna get repetitive, especially if you're doing a survival mission, but still no Caliban buffs. Oh my dude, I don't think we're gonna be seeing Caliban buffs until Caliban Prime comes out, mate. Does it bring health mods? Wait, why not? He's just mega squishy and his bonus stats are counterproductive. His base stats scale bad with mods. Well, I guess all health-based warframes are squishy then by that regard. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do here? And put another... probably put another former on him. Because you don't die anyway, so why waste slot on health? Well... I guess that is the rub though when it comes to Nidus, because he has no shields. It therefore means that like he can get one-tapped. You know, like even when you have like 1,000 health, you can get one-tapped as Nidus. But like the idea is you're no longer really I guess that makes sense. You're no longer really thinking about your health at that point anymore, eh? You're really thinking about like utilizing and brutally utilizing the bonuses you get when you quote-unquote die. That's probably the idea.
I've been operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Is this like my leisure build that I'm never gonna bother playing anyway? Is that it? Is that what I'm looking at? Chat, how do you guys feel about this Nezha build? Go. Does this make sense for you? Does this not make sense for you? Like, what do you reckon? Am I hilariously oh man, hang on. Maybe some more range would be better. At some point, there's no need to like overdo it on the power strength when you could potentially get even more value from having a bit more range, I guess. I don't know. It's actually not too bad. Makes sense. Okay. Back to not being used you go. Oh man. There was a post that actually... There's a post on the subreddit that I actually found very interesting. The Eximus changes that are coming with Angels of Zariman, they do seem very useful for someone like... not Nidus, Necros. Just think about it. You kill a bunch of dudes that are Exami, right? And then suddenly you get to spawn a bunch of Exami who will give you a personal shield. Now, I'm not talking about the overshield thing. I'm not talking about that. But like, if you find a Guardian Eximus and you kill him, and then you resurrect a Guardian Eximus as your friend, the theory should be that you will now have that floating shield thing, which does make someone like Necros a lot tankier. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily how that works, because I've not thought about that in my like ever. But it kind of does sound like it makes sense, not gonna lie. You know, it kind of does sort of makes sense to me, if you ask me. Like, to the point where I am somewhat pretty excited about that particular prospect. For the Eximus aura stealing. Oh yeah, that could be really good too, eh? Just tested Well of Life and Link. Doesn't work. Well of Life and Link. Actually, I wonder if DE ever made a change to shield fans and Link shields. Because there was this thing where, like, if your shields were affected by Link shields, if your shields were ever affected by shield fans, then your companions would effectively be functionally invulnerable to everything except for toxin damage, so long as you still had a shield fan active for yourself. Doesn't even have to be a shield fan attached to your companion. It just had to be a shield fan that is attached to yourself, and then it's just suddenly became just straight up like functionally immortal. Making an immortal parasite Link theory craft then. Yeah, I guess so. Protea might be nice for the new game modes, but Protea will just straight up kill everything anyway. I have next to no doubt that her turrets, her blaze cannons, will be able to tear ass. Like, no matter what. She'll be able to tear ass anyway. Wait, Wisp? Wait, hold on, what's happening? Wisp Celestis. Dex Wisp. Oh, that's right, we're using Dex Wisp. The Dex Wisp skin. Right. Syndana. Merchant Syndana. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll try and get some more relics. That's going to be the goal of tonight's stream. We're going to try and continue to get some more relics with what little time we have left. Before I call it a night. Why side that all with? It was originally just so that, No. It was originally because I was actually grinding some relics and I wanted to... It was originally because I was doing some, Void Storms. And because Void Storms have a good to fair chance of giving you relics, I figured I'd just take the time to also get the Emergent Syndana out. You know? Because I am in the process of trying to get the final one out. But yeah, no, definitely not for safe for work reasons. In fact, I'll go back to using this. Yeah, certainly not for safe for work purposes. So yeah, if you want to see her shiny ass, there it is. Her gorgeous, round, smooth, thick, shiny ass. There it is. D, I wish you had Steel Path invasions happen. Because... I really... Wait, hold on, which ones? Because I really do find invasions to be rather boring when they're that low level. Dex skin for the win. I'm just waiting for Wisp Prime to be a thing. I want to see what Wisp Prime actually looks like. Y'all horny AF? Yeah, we are. Alright, what do I need? I need more field drawn. I might as well just hardcore, like, go into field drawn then. Steel Path Railjack? Steel Path everything at this point. Yeah, absolutely. Steel Path Rail... Well... Okay, we don't necessarily need Steel Path Railjack just yet. To be fair, high level... Nothing is challenging in Railjack. Yeah, to some extent. I mean, to be fair though, high level, like... high level Void Storms can be pretty hairy-fairy. Who runs out of field drawn? This dude. And it's not because I ran out of field drawn, it's because I never farmed it in the first place. Yeah, high level Void Storms, they can get pretty all over the place. You'll still never lose. Well, okay, you might lose, mainly because all your crewmates end up just getting deleted. But like, I feel like for the time being, it is sufficiently challenging enough. High level void storms are sufficiently challenging enough. Now, if D ever releases Steel Path Railjacks, I'm all in. I'm all up for that. You know, I want to see it.
You know what they say. The road to good intentions be paved with hell.
But yeah, we'll just have to see. Bruh, 2 wings? Technically 4 wings. Ah, 怎么的? Not even bothering to hold click because there's no need to go for a stronger soul beam and everything's just getting melted anyway. Oh, except for that guy. Why you gotta be a nerd? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not soup. I don't need to be that bad. Anyway, the 8 people who are watching, how's everyone's day been? Part of me is starting to wonder if I even need to use a fire rate mod on a Tenora Prime when it already sounds like a damn machine gun. Like, let's take this machine gun and make it even more of a machine gun. Well, at that point, you might as well just turn it into a freaking Gatling gun. Oh wait, we already have that. What arc guns? Imperator Vandal, or Imperator Regular, I guess. To some extent, Mosselin. Although that's less of a Gatling gun and just more of a boom boom gun. A goddamn boomstick. XMI sprinkled in that are not dying in 2 seconds are a nice breath of fresh air. Yeah. But there would also be the genesis of a video that's like, why Wisp sucks. And then it'll be this dude just like crying about the fact that his Wisp couldn't kill an Eximus unit in half a millisecond. And ergo, that's why Wisp bad. And I'll be sitting there thinking like, what the hell is this dude talking about? I had a week off, so doing great here. Nice!
The enemy is broken. Well done. To extraction.
You can only you can't go back on fire rate, you can only go up. Hey Vivian, how's it going? Yeah, no, you're right on that. Once you go with fire rate, you can't really, you know, negate that. Because then you get used to it. And then any game where there are like scenarios where your thing fires slower, they suddenly don't feel so good, do they, chat? Case in point. Destiny 2. How many guns do we have in Destiny that fire like this? How many guns do we have in Destiny that fire like this, hey? We don't. Ergo, all of the auto rifles in the game are trash garbage. Where you work at? Was that directed towards me or was that directed towards Shin? I'm working in the Sydney office right now of the studio. I don't know where Shin works at.
Unread inbox messages make me ill.
That was directed towards Shin. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was directed to you, Stooge. Alright, what's next? Extermination again. Okay. Just a programmer. But for a company in the Netherlands. Nice!
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
See, that's the perfect answer to a question like that. Simply vague, and yet has an air of interest in it that at least gives people a vague amount of information that they will not ask you for a follow-up.
For the Tenno.
The duality is more enjoyable than Celestial Twin changed my mind. Nope, I agree with you on that 100%. You effectively have more control over your duality than your Celestial Twin. Celestial Twin merely just sticks around longer. Whereas you can't do this with a Celestial Twin. Well, in a lower level mission, this doesn't really make a whole lot of difference anyway. Because it's a lower level mission. But you certainly can't do this. Need to up my Equinox game. Oh, well, keep in mind, this is just an invasion mission, so everything here is low level to begin with. Because we still don't have Steel Path invasions. We need Protea buffs to get the 4th ability. Yeah, I don't understand the hate towards a 4th ability. I get that in a quick pace mission type like a spy or an exterminate. Yeah, okay, fine, you don't really need it. But like in a defense mission, survival mission, endless mission, the 4th ability is actually really, really good. I don't really understand like why people keep like memeing it. You can meme a bad ability all you want, but it's seriously not a bad ability. Did I legit miss an hour and 48 minutes of a Kategari stream and 7 people watching that? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, PB. Yes, you did. Yeah, exactly. Like, the only thing you do if you die after a rewind is you sustain a bit of crowd control. Now, if memory serves, this crowd control does go through, Prime Sure-Footed. So there is that, I think. So you can't just abuse PSF for that. Although it'd be pretty wild if you could. Actually, now I'm starting to wonder if you can. You're gonna ragdoll and the Acolyte will kill you? That just sounds to be like a skill issue. Because remember, her first ability also is really, really good at helping you not die. This is literally shield gating the ability. Or rather, it's literally a scuffed Arcane Aegis, but as an ability. Now, I don't know about you, but I would take even a scuffed Arcane Aegis any day. Arcane Aegis, the effect of Arcane Aegis is actually really strong. Oh, what is this? Maybe Aegis is the scuffed Protea 1? It's not. See, the reason why I'm saying that Protea's first ability is a little bit scuffed, it is the scuffed version of Aegis, is because it does effectively do what Aegis does. Except when you lose your shields, you're done. Whereas with Protea's whereas with Aegis, you lose your shields, you don't die. Hell, your health doesn't even take damage. You just keep on regenerating shields no matter what. It's what we call the willy-nilly process. Don't give a damn. The Vazarin change to your shield so that your shield will charge faster, or the delay will be reduced. Yeah, the delay will be reduced by 90%. Yeah, exactly. So you basically could lose your shields, and then just like that, you start regenerating shields. It is pretty big, so long as you're able to not take damage for a split second, which some people might not be able to do. But yeah, it does seem like a really, really good change. Absolutely. So I'm sure the Vazarin mains out there are going to be rejoicing big time. To me, I wonder what like when you think about it, Uneru should be the... Oh, chat, help me figure this out. Is it Uneru number one? Number one, is it Uneru or number two, Unairu? 1 or 2, chat. Is it Uneru or is it Unairu? Is it 1 or is it 2? Some people are saying 2. Well, Shin's saying 2. Is it Uneru number 1 or is it Unairu number 2? Because I thought it was Unairu, right? But then I did start hearing people say Uneru. And now I'm not so sure. Same I as Madurai, I would think. Yeah. But AIR though. Air. That's I think what people are trying to do. That's what I think people are trying to say. And isn't that what the Lotus says at the end of the second dream? If you choose Unairu as your preferred as your focus pool, as your focus, right? Your focus tree. No. Your focus school, sorry. If you choose Unairu as your focus school, then that's what she says. Ah, Unairu, the school of the stone, or some random shenanigans like that.
Visualizing a bloody battle.
Reb often mispronounces. Yes, but yes, when she's live, but not when she's, you know, actually doing the recording. No, we all don't know for sure. We all don't know for sure. People at DE can't pronounce shit. Goss, Geyer, or Gyre. Look, I don't know. I know a lot of people will give me shit for this, but I say Goss. I know Tactical Tater says Gauss, I think. Right? Yeah, Tactical Tater says Gauss. I say Goss. Some people say Gauze. But like, that's but that's as if they're trying to say G-A-U-Z-E. Gauze-mat. Which is literally like a piece of medicinal wrapping. It helps being European. Or growing up in a European or Euro-adjacent country. I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. That blatant disrespect to the mathematician. Mathematician? Oh, right. Gauss was apparently a famous mathematician of some sort who came up with some sort of theory that's really, really helpful in modern day life, right? Is that the idea? I don't know anything about Gauss. Since most countries have the AU combination. Yeah. And also, Australia. If you say Gauss, you would say Australia, which is not correct. That is for damn sure. Australia, not a thing. Auschwitz is a thing. But you also don't say Austria, which actually makes it more confusing. Why do we not say Osh? Oh no, no. Some of us do say no. Auschwitz is a thing too. You don't necessarily have to say Auschwitz. You can say Auschwitz. I forgot about Australia. Hey man, we don't even exist. Oh! Speaking of not existing, thanks for reminding me about not remembering about Australia. Because there is a video I want to watch and react to. It's a short one. I've seen a little bit of it. And that is why I want to react to it properly. The person who named Australia probably was a dumb bitch. That person was probably Captain Arthur Philip Cook. Arthur Philip Cook? No, James Cook. Who the hell is Arthur Philip? Who the hell am I thinking of? By the way, what do you think is the worst Nightwave bounty? Oh, I despise the sabotage caches one. Mainly because I just don't even bother doing it. Like, the idea of searching around for caches, and the idea that every time I try to do that particular thing, it takes me half an hour just to go through one mission to find any of them. Yeah, no, sack that. Slot 3 Iotad. I would take Slot 3 Iotad over finding caches any day, dude. The Slot 3 Iotad, the fact that it doesn't pop up that often, this basically means I have to randomly, intermittently get some, stars, and I'll be good to go. If you want Iotad sculptures, one of the easiest ways to get Iotad sculptures is, sorties. So I guess if you regularly do sorties, you should be able to get Iotad statues pretty bloody quickly. I don't want to animate my stack of Iotads. Well, you know what you can do, right? You can animate an Iotan, then go to Maru's Bazaar, and just sell the damn thing. I haven't sold a single Iotan? Well, that's a you thing, then. Free decorations? Free decorations that are completely 100% still? Yeah, okay, sure, mate. Okay. I did, in fact, want to watch a specific video. Let me see. Alright. This is a Josh Drive Hayes video. From his channel, Josh Drive Says. So this is a Josh Drive Hayes video from Josh Drive Says, which I think is his clip channel. And the reason why I want to watch this is because it seems very obvious to me that Josh Drive Hayes knows nothing about Australia. Let's go.
If you've never been... I mean, I've never been to Australia, but I've seen pictures. There is nothing there. Like, statistically. When you look at the size of Australia compared to how many people are actually there, and how many buildings are there, and how many cities are there is nothing in Australia.
So that is actually true. If you look at Australia, and then you look at how many people are in Australia, and how many buildings are in Australia, and how many things there are to do in Australia, and then you compare that to the actual landmass of Australia, by definition, there is nothing in Australia. That is true.
Australia. Except snakes and spiders and everything that wants to kill you. That's what it is.
That is also true.
Just huge amounts of nothing and danger. It's got cities. How much of Australia is uninhabited? Like, it's like 90%. It's absolutely massive. That's what
Yeah,
it
so
is.
that
People
so
like
right now
glorify
all of
the
this
fact
is correct.
It is. If we just put a load of cameras around Australia and televised all events all the time, 24/7 to the Earth, what you'd get is Big Brother crossed with the Running Man. Remember that?
So that's hilarious because we actually also have Big Brother. So here's the thing. We actually have Big Brother. Or at least had. So if you were to put cameras in Australia, you would have Big Brother squared. And we all know that Big Brother squared is the CIA.
That Arnold Schwarzenegger film, The Running Man? Just film Australia. That's what we need to do.
Don't forget that we are also Mad Max Fury Road on a near constant basis. Just a heads up. Don't forget, we are that as well.
That's what it could be. If you've played Dark Souls, it is Sen's Fortress. That's what it is. It is the
I have not played Dark Souls, but I'm assuming that Sen's Fortress is one of the most difficult missions, difficult bosses, difficult zones in the entire game. Would anyone like to confirm or deny that? I have not played Dark Souls.
Blight Town of the Earth. If you've played Dark Souls and you've gone through Blight Town, you know how sucky that place is. That's exactly what Australia is in real life. The British sent all their prisoners there, and we were like, haha, you'll never escape this terrible place. And then we looked at, how are they doing? They're barbecuing everything and surfing, and it's really sunny. Fuck. Like, we could have sent prisoners anywhere else. Greenland. There's nothing there. There's lots of snow.
That is also true.
The British sent a load of prisoners to Australia.
Australia doesn't exist. It's a front put up by the government. The country is really called Murdered Death Butt Caps is the correct spelling. That is also not true. If we have said this many, many times on this stream, Australia does not exist. That remains to be true. Because it's actually a capitalist front designed by Disney in order to sell more toys. Because when you look at it, we were allegedly discovered by a man by the name of James Cook. And there is a villain in the story Peter Pan known as James Hook. Is that a coincidence? No, it is not. There are no such things as coincidences. Ergo, Australia is just a capitalist front by Disney.
As a punishment. And obviously it was terrible at the time. But I think the Australians have probably... They've turned that situation around in their favour. We look over at them now and they're like, that's quite a nice looking kind of ambient country you got on over there. Yeah, we made a prisoner island and they developed a society. Then why are we talking about Australia again? Because it's fascinating to me that a society can exist against gravity. That's what... When you...
It's... So... This is where... This is... Okay, so everything that Josh Drives Hayes said so far has been pretty much correct. I think it's around about here that he starts to lose the plot and not understand anything about Australia.
You are 10 years old in Australia. You get given your ground anchor, which is a little hook. All over Australia, there is...
Ground anchor. That's not a thing in Australia. See, what Josh doesn't understand, and what's really disappointing about him within this video, is that he is not aware of our kangaroo license. You can't... The very existence of our kangaroo license is pretty much the complete antithesis of the ground anchor that he is talking about. What the hell is this ground anchor that he's talking about? I don't know anything about this. Nobody in Australia knows anything about this ground anchor. Let's keep listening to what he has to say.
A series of interconnected metal wires drilled into the ground, and you hook your ground anchor onto them, and you hold yourself upside down, and you walk across. And the way...
See, we don't need that. We've never needed that. And if he spent even a minute in Australia, he would know that. Because, again, we ride kangaroos. We don't need ground anchors. Even our totalitarian government led by the emus does not require us by law to have anchors hooked onto us to then hook onto the metal wires in order to move around. It's just not a thing. The emus have delegated the kangaroos to keep an eye over us whilst providing us with ample transportation. That's just how it is in Australia.
The way that you destroy another Australian, not just kill but destroy, is you throw your boomerang at their ground anchor, which knocks it off. It opens, it's like a little carabiner clip, and then they fly off into space. You know how in Fallout...
That's also not true. Because if you throw a boomerang at an Australian who's currently riding a kangaroo, you may knock the Australian off the kangaroo, but what you're also going to do is you're going to anger the kangaroo. And the kangaroos are military trained to beat your ass. We've seen the video of the kangaroo choke holding a dog and then sizing up a human to beat its ass. So it's so what Josh is actually doing is advocating a very dangerous thing. You do not want to be chucking a boomerang at an Australian on a kangaroo. That's for damn sure. Roos be muscular for real? Yes. Yes. And they will beat your ass. 100%.
That's what I call a cast.
Yes. Have you not seen the video of the kangaroo choking a dog? It's a very famous video. Here we go.
We're all looking forward to seeing Max on a board. When, to our horror, it turns out to be something else altogether.
Oh no! Here! Hey! Go, just there!
Whoa, go!
Hey!
But all is not as it seems. The big buck actually has hold of the dog, not the other way around.
See?
As Greg runs in.
Boom! There it is. The kangaroo has a hold of the dog and has literally got a full-on chokehold of the dog. Why? Because the kangaroos in Australia have been military trained to use a variety of fighting techniques in order to maintain a totalitarian regime over the humans, totalitarian control over the humans, in alliance with the emus.
We realise this could get dangerous.
See? See? See this? See this? See this? This is every other day. If you piss off a kangaroo, this is your day.
Let it go, dogs. Let's go. Now the dog's coming.
That's your day. So don't talk to me about ground anchors and throwing a boomerang at a ground anchor, Josh. You don't know what you're talking about. If you throw a boomerang at an Australian who's currently in the process of transport, all you're going to do is piss off a very angry kangaroo who's going to jump over and beat your ass.
When you're 10 years old, you get given your first Pip-Boy, and Fallout 3 starts with the whole Pip-Boy gifting. In Australia, it's that, but with a ground anchor.
That's not true either. You don't get a ground anchor at the age of 10 because you don't get a ground anchor point blank. But B, at the age of 10, you are halfway. You actually start off with your beginner's kangaroo license. See, in Australia, we have a licensing system for kangaroos. For the riding and use of kangaroos. And this is something that is given to us by our totalitarian lords, our totalitarian lords, the emus. The legislation in Australia, and you can look it up, is that you start off with a learner's kangaroo license, which starts at 10 years old. Which, by the way, you would be in grade 5. At about grade 4, grade 5 thereabouts. You start off with your learner's kangaroo license. You then move on to something called the red P kangaroo license, and that comes around about age 12, age 13, and then at around age 16 you have the P plater's kangaroo license, and at that point you can start the thing is with the red P's kangaroo's license, you're able to actually use a kangaroo without parental supervision. And that's really important because a lot of people at the age of 12, they want to be able to go to their friend's house without their parents having to drop them off, you know? And they get to use their kangaroo without having to have a parent there watching them and making sure that they don't crash their kangaroo into someone's house. Because you don't want to crash a kangaroo into someone's house. Because that kangaroo is going to get pissed. Basically, everything you do has to be in the service of not pissing off a kangaroo. You know? So that's red peas. Green peas, the kangaroo recognizes that that you're a safe and somewhat responsible kangaroo rider, and they will then begin to hop even faster. you know? And then finally, as I do, like, you'll have your full kangaroo's license. And when you have your full kangaroo's license, you're also allowed to travel with, you're also allowed to have drunk people on your back while the kangaroo is providing you with travel. You know, like, while the kangaroo is helping you travel across the world, or rather across Australia, you're also able to bring one drunk person with you. Provided they don't, you know, throw up over the kangaroo. Because again, if that drunk person throws up all over the kangaroo, that kangaroo's gonna get pissed. And once that kangaroo's pissed, well, you're gonna get your head beaten in. That's just the deal. That is the kind of totalitarian regime that we are living under in Australia. And it just really, it just saddens me to see Josh Strife Hayes, one of the biggest MMO YouTubers out there, blatantly misrepresent my country like this.
Actually a surprisingly apt analogy, because just like Fallout 3 and Australia, when you leave the vault for the first time, it is just a barren wasteland in front of you. Fallout is actually,
well, that is true,
a photorealistic version of
that
Australia.
part is true.
That's what it is. Did you see that? Did you see how I just threw someone in the chat? I'm absolutely lost. In Australia, there is nothing.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, that part is true. But the whole thing about ground anchors is completely it's not based on any reality whatsoever, because we don't need ground anchors. We don't need ground anchors when we have kangaroos to ride, okay? That's just the deal. And the fact that Josh Strife Hayes, one of the biggest YouTubers out there, doesn't understand such a basic concept, it really disappoints me. It just really disappoints me. Very much. Okay, I can't wait to post that up on YouTube, have a clickbait title, and then watches the videos like, okay, I'm even more confused about Australia now. I can't wait for more people to watch that video and be like, wait, hold up. Who's telling the truth? Is it Josh or is it Kate? Is it the big YouTuber or the guy who's actually from Australia? A country that doesn't exist, by the way. What's going on here? Alright, folks. Let's just play Global for tonight, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, here we go. Now, as per usual, we're going to start with the country that definitely doesn't exist. And I do mean definitely doesn't exist. Okay, we're getting closer. Next one, China. Damn it! Sixteen 1,600 kilometers away. Does Antarctica count as a country? Guam? That's not how you spell Guam. Wait, that is how you spell Guam. That's apparently a territory, not a country. Antarctica doesn't exist. It doesn't... Well, it exists. It just doesn't count. I'm racist. The game is saying that it's a... The game is calling it a territory, bruh. PNG. Okay, so... Okay, hold up. Right next to PNG is Indonesia, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's one of these oceanic islands. Okay. I'm gonna run through the ones that I actually know. So it's not Tonga. Oh god, I only know like a handful. the heck is PNG? Papua New Guinea. Yeah. Tonga, Samoa. Does American Samoa count as a different thing? Nope. Tuvalu? Tuvalu! You goddamn racist. Nah. Australia, Australia is closer to this country than Tuvalu, mate. I don't know my oceanic islands. Fiji. New Caledonia is... Did I spell that wrong? Not New Zealand. No shot. Yes, not New Zealand. Micronesia. FSM, no. Federation of Small... Oh, God. People actually lived there? Yeah, people actually lived there, mate. Oh, man. I really don't know anything about these oceanic islands. Where's Cambodia? Oh, damn, it's up there. Solomon Islands? Nice. That was it. I wouldn't have thought of that one. I wouldn't have thought of that one. I really wouldn't have thought of that one. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, don't forget to follow. Feel free to sub. If you're watching on YouTube now or in the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. How did I think Cambodia? Dude, I don't know, man. I'm just grasping at straws at this point. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Warframe content. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace!